Welcome back to Clink. If it's your first time watching, thanks very much for joining us. If you're watched a few episodes and you're back again, thank you very much for supporting us.
Yeah, cheers. But I think, did we miss a week or we?
Yeah, we're sorry about that. We had a bit of stuff going on, but we're back.
We're back. That's the main thing.
We're back, and we're back with a vengeance.
Yes.
So, last episode we were bringing your attention to Hipsters. If you didn't check it out, go and have a look at it. And the week before that, which we were doing nuclear. Oh no, I think it was the metal hats. Anyway, go and have a look at all of that.
You should go check and tell us. Let us know.
Let us know if you like those other episodes. If there's anything you'd like us to maybe come back to, or maybe go into a bit more depth, we'd love to sort of to do that, because we obviously we want to get as much engagement from our audience as possible.
Yeah, we need to enlighten you further into other topics you find interesting.
Exactly. So as we normally do every week, we're going to go into our beverage review. A short story on this one. I went to the local bottler, and he said I was walking around in circles, trying to look for something for this week, and the guy turned to me and said, "Oh, is there something I can help you with?" I said, "Actually, I do a YouTube channel, and I'm looking for something unique."
Okay.
He said, "Oh, I've just visited the Stone and Wood factory, and they had this on tap. It's called Cloudcatcher."
Cloudcatcher.
Yeah, and but because it doesn't come in 6-packs, it's not really readily available. You can only buy it in like a carton. So it's a 500ml beer. So so it's Cloudcatcher. So that's what we're going to try this week. So
cool label.
Yeah, it is. It's nice and orange. It's a bit of a cloudy ale. So
nice.
We will
tasty.
Give that a go. Let's see if I don't get as much head this week as I did last week. So, but yeah.
So you say it's an ale?
Yeah, it's a cloudy ale. So you can see it's pretty cloudy there. So that head was perfect.
That's perfect. Look at that.
Better than last week. I think half your beer last week was.
We should go to Oktoberfest. Be one of those ladies there.
Yeah. So we'll clink.
Cheers.
Have a drink.
Okay. Nice.
It's definitely a bit thicker.
Yeah.
So you can tell. So they've left obviously the pulp in there, like in the orange juice. Maybe it's more fibrous, so it's better for us.
more alcohol and definitely better.
No, exactly. No, that's
smells nice.
Okay. Anyway, we'll review that at the end of the episode. This week, as in last week, we wanted to bring your attention as a Clink viewers, because you're very important to us.
Very important.
Very important.
Family.
Family even, yes. Vegans. We last week we brought to your attention hipsters and what they're like. Hipsters sort of like don't tell you that they're a hipster or anything.
If you don't get out very often, you go watch the hipster video. Avoid.
It'll definitely enlighten you. So
and we need to do the same. We feel on this topic.
We do. Veganism in the last 10 years has sort of ramped up quite a bit.
Okay.
In Great Britain alone, it's gone up almost 400%. So
400%.
Almost 400%. So
God.
Now that's because of things like celebrities becoming vegans, and everyone wants to try and look after the planet. Al Gore is a vegan.
The Overlord.
Like the Overlord. So he's almost like a conspiracy.
So they have a leader?
They have a leader, which we're going to make Al Gore for this episode. But there are definitely some key people that are doing it, and it's and you've got organisations like PETA who are basically bombarding social media, and I think it's helping with the ramp up of veganism. People want to feel like they're not contributing to the world being destroyed, essentially.
How does that? I don't understand how that's.
They think that if you don't eat meat and don't kill animals and things like that, then you're a better person. I think.
How does that destroy the world, killing animals or not killing animals?
Well, if you kill more animals, then you've got to, and as the population increases, then you've got more fields. More forests have to be destroyed to keep the animals there. The animals might not be treated as well as they should be. I mean, for one, we're 100% against animal cruelty.
Absolutely.
But I mean, there are RSPCAs and things like that actually step in to actually make sure that the animals
done the correct way
are properly cared for. So yeah. So anyway, we thought we'd bring that to your attention.
So fields aren't necessary for other crops that vegans might tend to favour.
No, I mean, for me, if you stop eating cows, you're going to use those fields for to grow vegetables though. So I mean, I think it's a bit of a catch-22, and you need a hell of a lot of fields to. If everyone was to turn vegan, how many chickpeas do you have to grow? Like those little bushels full of chickpeas. It's a hell of a lot of. There's going to be almost. It's not going to be long before there's 7 billion people in this world. So we've got to sort of take that into account as well. So anyway, now it's got to such a size that there's now whole aisles in supermarkets dedicated to vegetarians and vegan options, alternatives.
Taking all the space.
So we thought that we would give it a go.
Yep.
Like actually try some of the alternatives.
Well, you're learning me. You're teaching me.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got these 2 plates here. This is the normal options. And this is the vegan options.
Okay.
So first off, you got a fork or something?
Yes, here we are.
So first off, we've got the steak. Now, steak versus the tofu. Now, the tofu and the steak I've actually seasoned exactly the same. So there's like a little bit of like a southern, like a dry rub on it.
Okay.
Southern spice. That's the steak, and then that's the tofu. So we'll try the normal steak first, I reckon.
Tofu looks. It looks. I don't know. To me, it may be too gelatinous for my liking, or it looks like a loaf of bread when you open it up. Sorry. It looks like a little loaf of bread in there.
It does. Yep. So steak is a porterhouse. So cooked to your liking. That's good.
That's amazing.
Okay, that's good. So and then let you clear that out of your mouth so that we can have the tofu next. So. You swallow? You spit or swallow?
I put way too much in my mouth.
That's alright.
Tell me more about this.
So tofu is soy based, so it's like basically made with soybeans. That's the main concoction of it. So yeah, I'll give it a go. I haven't had tofu for ages, actually, to be honest. Actually, that's lying. I was in.
So you've had it before?
I was in Singapore recently, but and they have it in a lot of soups.
Okay. My cross contamination here. You just popped the whole sucker, did you?
Mm-hmm.
Smells rather bland. I'm sorry. A bit nutty, maybe.
It's not bad.
It was soy based.
I did cook it first. So I cooked the steak first. I cooked the tofu first because I didn't want the steak and those meat juices to get involved in there because that would sort of breach the veganism. But I think it's really good. I think that may be in like a sauce or something like that. It's not terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
It's the consistency. It's better than you can have soft tofu as well, and that's not I have had soft tofu before. That's quite slimy, like almost like a jelly. So this is a bit more.
That's what I've seen tofu as, actually.
It's got more of a meaty sort of texture. So then we got burger. So
what burger is this? Is there?
It's just a sausage patty like burger.
Okay.
So
just regular.
Yeah, nothing.
Something
special.
you get in you. Looks lovely.
What I'm used to, what I would expect in a burger. So pretty straightforward. Now this here is a sweet potato, quinoa, apple, and fennel burger. So it's all just veggies. Fennel, yeah. So I think that adds the texture. So I'm going to give that a bit of a burl as well.
I think this is the one. So you guys obviously might be able to smell this, but this one smells amazing. This one's giving a great scent off. I'll just take this chunk here. I mean, I love sweet potato.
Sweet potato, the apple. It's really nice.
Apple's odd.
Yeah, it's like sweet though. Like this would be nice with like I was going to say a bit of bacon over the top.
I couldn't agree more. In fact, for me,
I would put that and put bacon and an egg on top on that burger.
This is.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Add it across.
That's. You've just made your vegan burger
meaty.
So good. No, it was good before. Okay, so we should take some vote, I guess.
We also have one more thing.
Okay.
Almond milk versus normal milk. Cow milk.
I'm apprehensive because I love normal milk.
Tastes like
smells amazing. This is almond milk.
Yeah.
That's really good.
So,
I find that this is normal milk. I have this.
Yeah,
all the time.
It's nice.
Okay.
Okay, now I think we'll have a little bit of a rating system, which one we preferred. So first of all, we had the steak versus the tofu.
Yeah.
Which one would you prefer to have?
I honestly, the tofu was a little bland for my liking.
Yeah.
I think there was a little bit. You're right. The texture there is very similar in a sense, but the steak was just, in my eyes, a little bit superior. There was a lot more juice. There's a lot more punch in the flavour. I'll pick a steak over that.
Me, 99 times out of 100, unless it's a really poor cut of meat, I would go a steak over the tofu as well.
That's actually a good point. If it was a poor cut, I mean, you got a very superior cut here.
Yeah, I mean, porterhouse, it's like sort of that's your restaurant quality, so...
You can't really get a bad cut of tofu, can you?
No, exactly.
Or can you? Do you usually...
There's two, you normally have your, like I said before, your soft and
yeah.
your hard tofu. Your hard has got more of your sort of fibrous
It's soft still...
it's more used in soups and things like that. It like floats. Yeah, it's still soy, but they just make it slightly different. I'm not a soy manufacturer, so I don't know exactly how it's made, but yeah, no. Okay. The second one we did was the burger versus the sweet potato patty. So
this is okay. So this is difficult for me.
Yeah,
I think they were both delicious.
I think they're both good.
I think they work together much. That together they make a far superior product.
Mm-hmm.
But purely for the value of diversifying, or even diluting the amount of things. If I have a burger,
yes,
then I can have a lot more vegetables with that burger.
Yeah.
If I have a vegetable patty,
yeah,
I'm potentially not going to want as many vegetables because I've already got vegetables.
It's all packed into that patty, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got the main event. The main event is vegetables. Actually, if you've got a main event that is a slab of sort of tasty meat that has a very different taste to any other veggies,
yeah,
then actually, but they complement each other very well. So, by a hair, technicality and a hair, the burger,
yeah,
together they're unreal.
Personally, and I do this quite a bit, is I actually go for the vegan patty. Yeah,
really?
Because a lot of times I'll actually put a veggie patty or a vegan patty onto a burger, but then I'll actually add an egg and bacon and things like that, because I actually quite like the taste.
Okay.
Although when I do make burgers, I normally make them just from like high quality mince. And then I normally put carrots and chili and bacon and cheese and stuff actually through the patty. So I mean that's just a store-bought patty, which is normally just a bit of meat and some flavor, a little bit of seasoning. So I normally try to go more gourmet. So for me, out of these two, I would go the sweet potato patty. So that's first thing.
Okay.
And then milk.
Again, this is a terrible decision for me. So.
A terrible decision. It's
the end
of the world.
To be able to pick between the two is like end of the world. So I am a big fan of milk. Mm-hmm. I'm a very, very big fan. I drink a lot of milk.
Yep.
But that was amazing, and I've never had this before. It smells like.
It's like nutty. It's like
smells
marzipan.
It smells like It
is, well, because that's what the base of marzipan is almonds, so...
It smells like, a marzipan, maybe it's crossed with a freshly cut piece of wood.
I'll tell you the facts of these two bits of milk, though, which is very interesting. So, 100 ml of normal full cream milk is about 150 calories. 100 mils of that, 75 calories.
Gosh, okay.
They have the same amount of fat. Full cream milk, this is lighter. But for the actual comparison, we'll go the full cream milk has about 6 grams of fat, and that's saturated fats.
Not good ones.
Not the good ones. This almond milk has has like 3.4 or something grams of fat, but they're the monounsaturated fats. So it's nut fats, which are good fats.
Okay. Nut fats.
Because there's no calcium in almonds, but they actually add it to the almond milk. This has
just pure calcium.
Just pure calcium into it. It's like 300 milligrams per 100 ml or something like that, which is about double the calcium that normal milk actually has.
That's unbelievable.
So this actually, and it has no lactose. My better half is lactose intolerant, so we actually only drink almond milk at home.
Do you have to refrigerate it?
Yes. Or you don't have to, but I do because it tastes better on cereal in the morning. So.
I just wonder if this is potentially a turning point for me. So an alternative.
Next week, Ash is going to be vegan.
My vegan body. I'm pretty blown away by not only the versatility. Is that the right word?
Versatility? Yeah.
Versatility of you could go camping, take a carton of this, and you wouldn't need to refrigerate it.
Yeah.
I mean, not that would be an issue.
UHT long life milk though, that comes in the same sort of cardboard cartons.
That tastes terrible.
Yeah, it does taste bad, but it lasts for ages. So.
If you don't have some sort of Evercool small portable fridge device.
Whoa! Shameless self-promotion over there.
Woo! You're going to be wanting to take foods that aren't going to deteriorate without keep being kept cool. So. This is perfect. Milk is like the worst thing when it comes to heat.
Yeah.
It needs to be kept cool, or it doesn't take very long before they're sour, and you can't really use it. So,
I think the main thing, and it comes down to your diet as well. With all of these things, if you're going to be substituting things into your diet, you need to be talking to a physician, like your doctor, because if you make such a drastic change to something like this, your diet can be crazily affected. My better half, I'll talk about her again. She was when we first got together, she was a vegetarian. She's no longer a vegetarian, but because she substituted out red meat, she actually went partly anemic because your red meat has a lot of your iron and everything like that, and she would like throw up and all sorts of stuff.
I've actually heard of this. I've heard of tales of people being sick. My better half, her friend, she went on a trip to Africa and they weren't able to get hold of the meat, so they were eating just pretty much vegetable-based goods. And came back, and first meal that she had when she came back was a big, meaty dish. And made her very ill. And it then took a long time of actually structuring careful meals to get back.
Oh, so that's actually the opposite. So when she had red meat, she was ill. Is that what you're saying?
Because she literally snapped it out of her diet for a month that quickly.
Yeah.
And then went back to it when she came back as if nothing had happened.
Yeah.
Not deliberately, it was just the way that, it was, and then started being sick and actually had to have a routine of slowly getting back into.
In the end of the day, your body doesn't adjust as well as sometimes you think it does, and some people's bodies are a lot more.
There's nutritional value in meat.
Of course there is.
It's not just protein. There's a lot of other things that go on, and we've been eating it since the dawn of time. For the dawn of our time as the species. So it's something that cutting out is I sort of see as potentially dangerous as a kind. We got to where we are by eating berries and things and animals.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's the harsh reality of it.
We're the top of we're the top of the pyramid, and we haven't found aliens yet. So we're still at the top of the pyramid. So we can effectively eat anything below us. So and
let's just hope an alien doesn't come along and
it's like, oh, now we're the food for their, like the Matrix.
We usually eat humans.
Like the Matrix, the robots use us.
Dilate us down for batteries.
If robots ever become self-aware and then the sun disappears, you know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
okay,
all good. So, no, that's sweet. So in the end,
Well, which one are you? Okay, so me, I'm gonna.
Oh yeah, that's right. We're going back to the wheel.
tangent.
Yeah.
I'm going for this one here.
Yeah. The almond milk.
Yep, I think the almond milk is of the two here. It's tastier. It's much more realistic. Is probably the right word.
Yeah. I mean, at the moment, I do consume quite a bit of almond milk.
Okay.
So that's where I'm sort of at here with that. So, and I mean, I do enjoy both, but when I'm choosing it, I definitely go the almond milk.
Okay.
I think one of the things that also needs to be taken into account, and it's a little bit of a conspiracy in my mind, is the pricing of these alternatives. So things like tofu is about 3 times the price of steak. The patties are 3 times the price of burger patties. I saw vegan eggs. I don't know what lays them, but yeah, vegan eggs. So that was pretty interesting. But 4 vegan eggs.
Al Gore lays them.
Maybe he does, or Ellen DeGenerate. I mean, degenerate. Sorry,
I think it's pronounced degenerate.
Yeah, exactly. But 4 vegan eggs was $13 Australian, and normally you can get normally you can get 12, like a dozen eggs for about $2 or $3. So the pricing there is phenomenal.
As you can see, we're not high enough budget just yet to be able to afford such.
Yeah, I couldn't justify buying vegan eggs,
such royalties.
Yeah, but honestly, it seems to me that you actually have to be pretty well off to actually be a vegan, because all of those alternatives are pretty expensive. If you're just having fruit and veg, and that's how you've always been more vegetarian, then that's fine. But if you're wanting stuff like this vegan cheese, which was about 3 times more expensive as well, then and you enjoy a burger, but you obviously want to be more socially responsible, I suppose is the word, then you've got to pay 3 times as much for it.
Okay. Yeah, it's fair enough. Yeah.
So I mean, there is that added cost there, and I don't know whose pockets are being lined in that retrospect.
I think it comes down to the vegetables, doesn't it?
The vegetable,
yeah, getting their families.
To be honest, I think there's like this board of directors of cows. They're like, we will not be eaten anymore.
And then in the middle was Al Gore. It's like, what? Plot twist.
But yeah, so
oh dear.
I think one of the most annoying things, like the food is fine, like I've got no arguments with them. The most annoying thing about vegans, especially in comparison to say hipsters, is that they shove their doctrine down your throat.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I've seen this.
Yeah. You
I've
see it.
I've had it.
Compare
firsthand.
Firsthand, exactly. So compare it to, actually you had a family member, didn't you? Like that was doing the same similar sort of thing. But no, look at it. In the end of the day, they're just like Jehovah's Witnesses. They come bashing down your door. They want to hand you out their pamphlets to talk about things, and then what? And then because they're trying to convert you or bring you over, or at least tell you how much better they are than you because of all the cows that they're not slaughtering. To be honest, and this might come across as insensitive, but I don't care how many cows I kill, because in the end of the day, steak is delicious. Pigs might be smart animals, which they are. They're one of the smartest animals, at least in the barnyard sort of area. Yeah. But bacon is also delicious, and you can't sway away from that. Like you said, we've been eating animals for forever.
I mean, what are you going to put a ban on larger animals doing exactly the same thing? I mean, I understand that there's a manufactured sort of aspect to it now, because unfortunately humans have brought this sort of, we want to reduce as much, we want to be as lazy as possible and make it as easy as possible to get what we need. And there's that whole manufactured aspect of, things all live in close quarters, and then just, it's all dealt with there. But getting back to the point is other larger animals, say a lion is the only thing I can think of right now, that's, you aren't going to be stopping a lion from eating meat. It isn't going to go you know what?
What about all the sharks slaughtering all those fish in the sea?
And humans.
And humans eating the sharks and the fish. But I mean, look at that. Like, those animals are out there.
Yeah, sharks eat the humans.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Yes, it's been a bit of a problem recently.
Yeah, but I mean, we eat shark as well. We like flake and stuff, shovel-nosed sharks. But in the end of the day, like,
trade for trade.
What's the difference between us and like an animal? In the end of the day, like,
we
are animals as well. So we can,
just because we've established communities and society in that sense.
We are higher beings.
Unfortunately, this is where it's like there's a slightly sort of rudimentary aspect to this, or
we're just smarter at killing.
Brutish, yeah.
In the end of the day, and we've like honed down our skills.
It's different. They don't know it's coming. They don't get pursued like they used to.
No, exactly.
No, like 5 of us chasing some poor cow. Some poor cow down the road, tormenting it until it was tired, and then stabbing it with a spear. And
exactly. I mean, that doesn't really happen anymore, and that's why things like I've got nothing against vegans. I've got nothing against vegetarians.
An episode of Peppa Pig, and then it's done that quickly.
I've got nothing against them. I don't. It's like with any belief, though, isn't it? You don't want it shoved down your throat. You should be able to go out, look at all the facts, and then make your own decision. If you're a vegan, good on you. Like, you want to eat that stuff, that's fine.
That you managed to, first of all, restrain yourself from, because it's difficult. Burgers and steak I think they're tasty things. Yeah. To be able to say no to everything, including wearing, touching animal products.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a big feat, and congratulations.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and we respect you for that, but don't shove it down our throats, because all you're doing is pushing us further away from it, and we like eating meat. So as simple as that.
You live your life your way.
Yeah,
and we'll live our life our way.
I mean, look at the organisation PETA. They're essentially terrorists of the food community. So look at them. Like, they go out there, and that's what they do. They instill terror in meat eaters. Do you know where your food came from? Do you know how cows are killed and chickens killed? Yes. I used to have a girlfriend back when I was back at uni, and she used to work at a chicken farm, and it was one of the big brand names, and she told me exactly how chickens are killed, electrified, plucked, all that sort of stuff for come out. Do you think that it would stop me from having a KFC burger later that day? Nope.
You were probably having a KFC burger.
I was probably eating it right. Anyway, she told me how it happened, and I was like, okay, because that's just, unfortunately, it's a way of life, but I still do think that we're 100% against animal cruelty, and the things like RSPCA. Absolutely. I saw a video actually yesterday which brought me onto this, and it was that it was an RSPCA video for a chicken farm, and these chickens were just happy and running around everywhere, and they looked super healthy. I've seen videos of like battery hens and stuff like that before, and it does look pretty cramped. It's pretty much China. But you think about it, the chickens are still going to die. Yeah. Like, they're still in the inevitable end of their life is going to be, they're going to die somehow.
And something will probably eat it.
Exactly. I mean, so whether
it's a fox, whether it's a dog, whether it's a human.
If you, at least when they're in the cages and stuff, and as long as they're properly cared for, at least you don't have like foxes and stuff coming in, or dogs or anything, wild dogs or anything coming
terrorizing them and dragging them around.
I don't know if you've ever seen a dog or a fox or anything kill a chicken, but it is not humane. It is not. They literally tear them to pieces. So I mean, that's life. So I think we actually do them a little bit more justice in killing them. So without doing it inhumanely. So anyway,
on that note,
I think we'll get on to the review of the beer, which you have now finished. Actually, there's a little bit more here if you want.
Thank you. So Cloudcatcher.
Yeah, Cloudcatcher is the beer. It's from Stone and Wood. It's normally on tap, and go to your local, like your Dan Murphy's or whatever, and or even just your local bottler, and see if they can get it in for you, because it's not normally readily available.
Okay. So I actually, this is tasty. This is tasty. It smells good. It does smell good. It tastes good. Don't do it. That'll live down.
Yeah.
I like it.
I do too. So 3, 2, 1. Give us a thumbs up. Go and try it out.
I think it's definitely got like it's a bit of harsh. There's a bit of a harsh taste, but it's definitely
it's character. I always think if someone tells me that something's bitter or anything like that, I always say it's not bitter. It's character, because there's nothing worse than drinking a beer and it tastes like it's been watered down. So
say that about like your nan or something. It's not bitter. It's character.
It's character. So, guys, and girls, thanks very much for watching.
Cheers, guys.
We know this episode's been a little bit longer, so we hope you've watched it all the way through. Like us, subscribe us. We've opened your eyes a bit to sort of veganism and that, and given you a bit of stuff to actually take on board and at least question what you're doing, and go forward.
Give these options a try. Yeah, it's worth it. We did, and it was worth it.
Yeah, go and try it out and see how you go. But anyway, thanks, guys, and like, subscribe, share, and have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, cheers.